I now move to the fact that many Australian children are currently being held by a parent in Japan, not one parent but several, by one of the parents in Japan, contrary to Australian and international law, without a remedy for the Australian parent to have their child returned. These are truly stolen children. I brought this up before in Senate estimates. First question is, how many of these abducted children are in Japan as reported to the department? Previously it was 89. Some children returned, I think, and then that was 18, no longer listed as no longer listed as abducted children. How many are now in Japan abducted?
Thank you for your question, Senator. I can confirm that DFAT currently provides consular assistance to 17 parents, and that's in respect of 24 children on parental abduction and child custody issues in Japan. Since 2004, we have provided assistance to the parents of 90 children in similar cases. So those are the numbers.
Thank you. That's a big improvement. What progress has been made to return these children since the last time I raised this in Senate estimates? Numbers and also action you've taken.
So there has been some progress recently with the passage of Japan's legislative reforms through their legislature that will allow joint custody from the middle of 2026. And we continue to engage with Japan to encourage them to implement that legislation in a way that will allow children to have relationships with both parents, where it's in the best interests of the child to do so. We will continue to advocate with Japan for those reforms. Minister Wong raised child custody with the Foreign Minister of Japan at a bilateral meeting in the margins of the 2+2 in early September 2025. Minister Wong also raised the issue with then Foreign Minister Kamikawa in July 2024 in Tokyo, and before that in 2023 in September, and on multiple occasions with Foreign Minister Hayashi as well. So we continue to make those representations. There has been other assistance. The Honourable Justice Victoria Bennett of the Federal Circuit and Family Court visited Japan in April last year to share experiences of family law reform with parliamentarians, and her visit helped strengthen Australia's advocacy. We also supported a 6-month visit to Australia by a Japanese Ministry of Justice judicial official to learn about Australia's family law system, and this was from October 2024 to March 2025. Other than that, our ambassador to Japan and other officials consistently raise this matter with Japanese ministers and authorities, and we coordinate advocacy with like-minded countries.
Thank you. Minister, my next question is to you. First of all, thank you for your advocacy on this matter. It's been successful so far. The coming laws in Japan, though, in 2026 do not solve the problem because visitation rights for the non-custodial parent are not addressed, and joint custody is only made possible if both parents agree. What's your view on that, and what prospects have we got for resolving it?
Well, Senator, we have advocated to Japan in the way that officials have outlined. Thank you very much, Secretary. I was trying to recall. We have encouraged Japan to implement this legislation in a way that allows children to have relationships with both parents where it is in the best interest of the child and it is safe to do so. That has been the position that officials and I have articulated. Obviously, these are matters for the domestic processes in Japan, but I have engaged, as Ms McGregor has talked about, with a number of foreign ministers in relation to this, and we have had engagement with, I think, the family court.
It's the family circuit. Again, family.
Yeah, a judge of the Family Circuit Court, I think, which was Federal Circuit and Family Court of Australia, which was Justice Bennett that Ms McGregor referred to. So we're trying to put our views, provide some of our share some of our experience, but ultimately these are matters that the Japanese system is determining. We are pleased that there has been progress. I understand this has been very distressing for a number of parents.
And I assume that you're still working on the visitation rights issue.
Yes. We continue.
That is correct, Senator.
Thank you. Minister, this may not be possible for you to answer, but is it possible that a parent without access to their abducted child can be forced to pay Australian child support to the abducting parent while the child is held in Japan?
Senator Roberts, I'm not in a position to answer that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
If so, and I'm not trying to be cheeky here, I'm just trying to understand, by paying child support, is the government not becoming complicit in supporting the process and the abduction? Now, I understand I've had dealings with Japanese people. They're very wonderful and respectful. So I just wonder if that's possibly the case.
So this is a question, if child support is required, what are the consequences of that?
Basically,
yeah.
yes.
So I suppose, Senator...
And does it encourage abduction?
Well, I can't... we don't ever want children to be abducted. I'm not... This portfolio doesn't deal with child support, so questions about... And I don't know what the limitations are or the parameters are around the child support
That's why I prefaced my question.
So I can't comment any further, Senator.
What is Japan, who is a supposed ally, saying to support their position of not assisting to resolve this matter with regard to returning abducted children? They understand our system. I know you've tried to educate them on our system.
Senator, perhaps I can offer some comment. I think the reality is that Japan has quite a different, well, you could say family law overall approach than our country does. I think we have had some success in through our sustained advocacy, and not just this department but other parts of our system, to encourage Japan to sort of nudge their quite, culturally specific, as they would see it, system towards one where joint access to both parents is more normal. But, it's fundamentally a sort of different set of...
Different culture.
Of legal and family-oriented decisions that they make.
One more. Thank you. Yeah, I've negotiated with the Japanese, and they're wonderful people, but it is difficult to get across to a different culture at times. Is the Australian government, Minister, prepared to bring this matter to the United Nations for resolution in the same way that Australia achieved success globally in halting whaling by raising it at an international level?
Senator, I don't think you're in the room, but I responded to Senator McKim by making the point that I don't think grandstanding is not necessarily being effective, and in fact it usually is not to be effective. And we have worked in the way that we have, bilaterally and respectfully, recognising that this is a matter for their domestic political processes in Japan, but we have sought to put our view and express the sensitivity of this issue, the distress of a range of non-custodial parents who we are aware of and deal with, how what effect this has, and to encourage respectfully progress on this matter. And I do think, and I appreciate that, there are people who will want more to have been done, but I think we have seen progress, and we have seen the willingness of our counterparts to engage on this issue. So I wouldn't be that. I think that is a more effective way. The approach we have been taking has been I think a more effective way to progress this issue.
Thank you. I would just, out of respect, agree with you, because that is the way the Japanese do it, and I think you will be more effective that way anyway.
Thank you.
So, Thank you, Chair. I have more questions if I come back later.
Okay.